Okay. Are you okay? Are you comfortable?
Very much so.
Okay, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nakho, and if you're new to this channel, you are very, very much welcome. And if you're a returning subby, you already know what time it is. So please say it with me, welcome. And in today's video, I've decided to bring my very own beautiful mother with, right? So I'll let her introduce herself, but I'll still appreciate if you guys call her mother.
Thank you very much to my lovely, beautiful daughter, Nakho, your influencer. Busisiwe Mahola, I'm old as a mountain. I'm a mother of two girls. Nakho is my firstborn and my lastborn is Ntando, who is gonna be turning 13 in July.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I am mother to Nakho.
Okay, guys.
So thank you so much for this platform. I hope we are going to engage and interact in a more mature manner. But yeah, here I am to answer all your questions the best way I know how. Thank you so much for inviting me, because I believe you're the ones who invited me here because you want to know more about everything that has been happening between me and my daughter. So here I am today. Let's shoot. Thank you.
Girl, you're making this too formal. By the way, you guys, you already know what time it is. You need to get comfortable, get yourself something to drink it tonight. We are having I need side tables. Sure. We're having a juice, guys. I'm having a juice, and you guys know this is not us, but okay, in honor of our guest. But okay, guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do follow me, because I did put sort of like a poll there, and then you guys told me the questions that you want to hear from my mother. I did say based on already the story time that I posted here, but get as they were out of that story time, but I still feel like, why not?
Yeah.
You know, why not? I'm not that person, and that's my guys. I'm a very transparent person. Why not? If you can't answer the question, we feel like it's not triggering to us, or we can handle it, then we will definitely answer. And also, I need you guys to understand this it took us a lot of time and a lot of situations for us to get here. It did not happen overnight, and I want you guys to also know what is possible. It's very much possible. Okay, let's get into the questions. For some reason, I was trying to get to like screenshot the questions, but I was not winning with screenshot all that I wanted with the screenshot. But anyway, that's not the point. So I said questions for me and my mom, but obviously your questions are more based on her, so I guess need to give Nina's
hot
fake
seat.
friends.
Hot seat. You want to be in a hot seat? No, it's fine.
Okay. First question, I'm not gonna say Guti from who, obviously. First question is, how does your mom feel about your marriage since it was painful?
Your marriage.
Mine. I already shared most with things I went through in my marriage. So the question is, how do you feel about that?
So you know, guys, we are coming from two different worlds. So Nakho is a born free, and I was born in 1979. So it's two different worlds, isn't it? So obvious, I will come with my own perspective of izinto, how I'm socialized, how I understand this marriage thing. But now, as Nakho is a born free and things are changing, I've learned to learn and be open-minded about things. As much as I always hear Nakho saying that my mom is strict. I think Nakho broke me to a point of just learning my way around the new ways of doing things. Because as the question stands, that it was a painful marriage, maybe I didn't see it that way, because there is this way I understand marriage to be, but I learned from it. And I had to sit and listen and understand, as much as I was that parent who said, but you, the one who introduced me to this guy, because that was always my stance. You introduced me to this person, then what? You see? So at the end of the day, it's her life, not mine. So I had to support her. Yeah, it was not nice. It was not nice to hear the whole experience of how everything was going on in her life. But again, yeah, I had to be supportive of her decisions, because at the end of the day, you bring us, the men, to our lives, then again we have to support you if you want out. So that is the new me, I must say.
And that's how I'm her. Okay, this one says, actually it's not an ask, I just love your relationship with Tuna. You all are best friends. Oh,
thank you so much. But all I can say is that it hasn't been like this for years. Years. It took us. It was a roller coaster ride. It's a lot of dynamics. It's a lot of twists and turns. It's a lot of curves. It's a lot of potholes. Yeah, but here we are in 2022. Different people, but loving mother and daughter. Thank you.
Okay, so the other question is, what's the age gap between you two? She looks very young.
Oh, guys. Is it possible that a parent can be young? I don't think so, that a parent can be young, because I'm old, but all I can say is that I'm a teenage mom. I was 16 years at the time when I got pregnant, and I was in standard 9, which is grade 11 now, and so I gave birth at the end of December in 1995. So the age gap is 16 years. And I want to say this: I will never encourage teenage pregnancy, not any time of the day. I will never do that. I wish you guys can enjoy your milestones. You can enjoy your lives. This I always say to my little one, even to Nakho. Just enjoy your milestone, enjoy your life on your own without having a child. Even for partners which are in marriage, parenting is not an easy thing, and it's even worse when you are a teenager, because there are expectations. Nobody treats you like a child when you are a teenage mom, but you are still a child. You transform quickly. Some of teenage moms, they lose their babies, you see. Nobody cares about their state of sanity and all that stuff. They have to compose themselves, because at the end of the day, it's all about the girl child, and the boy child will always win. So as a woman who stands for other women, I do lots of awareness campaigns around schools on teenage pregnancy. It's not a roller coaster. It's not a nice thing. It really is not. It's very, very frustrating, and I don't want to lie. The support is not there. It's only you will be demonized, insults, this and that. But I don't want to lie. I managed through it all, because here is Nakho now next to me. But Nakho is not my sister. He's not my friend. Nakho is my child. Guys, thank you.
Not my sister. They're different. Oh, child. Okay, so. Okay, these questions are a lot, and I feel like I have to put them, but I'm failing. I'm just gonna shoot. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot. Okay, so this one says, This one says, what was mom's last straw? I'm so sorry if it raises any triggers. Last straw, obviously based on the abusive relationship. So what was your last straw? What made you say, you know what, I'm done, I'm done?
Guys, I think with this one question, I'm gonna answer a lot of questions that are still coming.
Yeah.
The last straw was the Easter weekend I spent in PE, because this guy was working in PE as a police officer, and I was working in Simo as a police officer. Simo is between Fort Beaufort and Whittlesea for those who are around Eastern Cape. So I was visiting this guy. It was the Easter weekend, and he had moved from where he was staying. So he was renting a flat, a backyard flat from these two couples. So it was a new place. I had to come and visit him. So guys, that was the that relationship. That relationship was a loving relationship. I don't know what happened there, but that was the most loving relationship I had. But yeah, people will show you who they are. People will show you, because even this morning I was jogging and I was like, this guy was even jealous of my physical part of doing things, because I love this thing. When I came out of college, I was muscles, six-pack and that. And this guy, when I come to think of it, he was in competition with myself. So he was renting this flat, so I was visiting him. Then we had an operation that we were going to conduct in Simo. So I had to hike back to Simo on this day, because the operation would be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that was me saying to him, I will be coming back. Let me go and attend to this operation, then I will be coming back. And what I noticed with this space he was staying in, that flat, this was your entrance. I'm just going to give you
demonstration.
So something to that will take you through. You enter through this door, it's burglared. That main door, because it was 3 flats, then there is that main door for all the tenants, but there is a burglar. Each door has its own burglar, windows, burglars. And I'm in a relationship with this guy who will just in the middle of the night wake up and ask me, who is who? I don't know what was happening in his mind, because he would create stories. He would create stories, and I would be this character in this story. Be it maybe someone is having a girlfriend, he will make sure that I fit into this story. So
you fit into this scenario that he has created.
Yes, he liked creating scenarios and believing them in his head. So on this day there was nothing, because I remember he went to church, then came back, then I was I had to go for work. But you know what, when I arrived in Simo, put on my uniform, joining the members for the duty, we were in a vehicle. He called to check on me. That's where the whole thing started. He could hear my colleagues' voices, then he started insulting me. But now what happened on that day is that I left my bag full of clothes with him. That was some kind of a surety to say I'm coming back. So he was going on the phone, insulting, and that was the day when I said, you know what, this is where I told the line, because now he was going on and on, and in my imagination I was thinking about that house he was staying in. If I can go back there, I will never come back, because the whole house is burglared. He will do anything he wants to do. He will dig a hole under his bed and put me there, and he'll be the first to go around looking for me. That was the defining moment when I said, I've had enough, and I started opening dockets after dockets. I had all this material in my room. Whenever he's coming, I will write a docket and put it at the CSC, registered under his name. That was my final straw.
Yeah. So guys, you see, these are the signs you need to look for. Okay, so this question says, Mom, how do you now feel when Nakho said she grew up scared of you, have you forgiven yourself and your past?
Nakho grew up scared of me. Are you not scared of me now? Can I?
Right now, right now I can stand up for myself. I can say no.
Okay.
This is not fair.
Okay. So Nakho is saying she grew up, but Nakho's growth and the fear side, I don't think it started with my abusive relationship. No, it's something that has always been there. Now I'm gonna take you back to my teenage pregnancy and my life. I was one of the 8 students, guys, in school, and I had strict parents. My father was worst. My mother had a soft spot for me. I don't want to lie about it, but my mother was strict also. Nakho's life was shaped around the fact that I disappointed my parents, and I was trying to do right by my family. I was trying to do right by my child, and if anyone could have said to me that time, you know what, Bosi, you can still be a teenager and be a mom. Remember how teenagers roll, ne? But I never had that opportunity to be that teenager who rolls. I was doing grade 11. At grade 12, I was fully fledged parent at grade 12. So I had this skill of doing hair. I was doing braids and stuff. So the circumstances at home were not good. I don't want to lie. My father was penniless. My mother was going through mental illnesses after she was involved in a car accident. So I had to be in school. I had to work. We had to take care of Mama. So I had this child. So I had my own childhood traumas that made me to be a strict mother more than my own parents. Then, so it looks like I was expecting this child of mine to understand that, you know what, you have your traumas, so Nakho, you must behave. And you know what, Nakho was a very rowdy child. Nakho was all over Nakho has always been odd. Even myself, I'm odd, but Nakho, I think with Nakho, it's extreme. Nakho was her own person. Nakho was never that child you say, sit here, I want to find you here. Nakho was never that child. Nakho was always her own person. She's always been a butterfly. So I think it stems from that, and it's not okay, guys. It's not okay. It's some of the things that when I started to sit with myself and chastise myself, I had to start with my own self. With my own self, and understand where am I coming from with all of this. So it's not a day thing. I'm still in that process. But one thing I know is that I have forgiven myself for a lot of things. Because Nakho didn't deserve to go through that. That's why I'm saying I hope this video helps lots of, be it women or be it men, that are not aware of their childhood traumas. Because what I've picked up is that we are not aware of our childhood traumas. We are not aware how adult life is affected by things we haven't reconciled with from your childhood. So yeah, Nakho's fear doesn't come from my relationships. It comes from, because we stayed together. Most of the time we stayed together without boyfriend or what. It was me and Nakho. Yeah, thank you.
So the fear came from her, not the relationship, guys. Like, she was a hard parent, So I grew up being so scared of her, and she used to make it very clear that I am not your friend, I'm your mother. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Do you get it? So growing up and having such situation and having things happen in my life, it was really hard to approach her because ngiyamsaba. So yeah, moving on. Mom, why was it so hard to let go of the relationship? I'm proud of you though.
Thank you for that question. I don't think it was hard to let go of the relationship. Ne? I don't think even for any other woman it's hard to let go of the relationship. But let me. Guys, I'm an analyst. I like doing things comprehensively. Please bear with me. This is what I even said to Nakho, that you know what? When you are growing up in a family where you are beaten by your brother, nobody tells you that. Nobody says, amongst adults, that you must go, you cannot beat my kids. These are my kids.
You cannot
you cannot do the discipline for me.
Okay.
Oh, we were beaten up. We were beaten up. We experienced lots of abuse from home. And this I always say when I speak to parents, that you know what? Things that we do not understand that are happening in our society, they are coming from the family setting. Crime starts from the family setting. When we are talking about women abuse starts at home. You look into how this girl child is raised, is socialized. You look into how this boy child is raised and socialized. There's a big gap. There is a big gap. When you are a girl child, you are not even safe at home, because as you are growing up, you are told, you are made to be a caretaker of your brothers. You see? Those are the brothers who are going to make a turn at the end of the day and beat you like nobody's bigger. Because here, I have a scar here. This guy is my brother's fist, and I was pregnant with Nakho in grade 11 at that time. Like, when he did this to me, nobody said, what you did is not okay, but everybody was saying, he is older than you. You see? No, so-and-so is older than you. You are not supposed to chat back or what. And the time when he hit me here, I was sleeping. Then when I woke up, my sister after me, the last born, he was warming water so that she can prepare for school. So there was that commotion. When I woke up, he hit her with an open arm. So I was coming to my sister's defense. Then he hit me with the fist, and I went to school with a blue eye, pregnant with a blue eye. So when we ask this question, why did you stay? Why didn't you let go? Today I'm that parent who tells my daughter that you don't stay. You have a home, even if it's a shack, you have a home, you don't stay. The reason myself I stopped disciplining with beating is because I know beating is violence. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. But if we normalize things that we are told at home, we are going to stay. Remember, I said, nobody said you walk out. If you beat my kids, you walk out of this house. Nobody said that. We all had to stay. Some of us walk away from home and stay. It's a survival mode. You decide to go and stay with your boyfriend because you think things are gonna be better there. But not knowing that, no, it's the extension. It's the extension of the violence, because this person knows now that there is this problem at home.
You can't go back.
You can't go back home. So that is why it's important for women to create a safe space for other women. We must do less of judging and start supporting each other. I'm not saying that the question is judging me, but I'm just now getting deeper into things. We must try and support each other. We must try and do have those safe space. I understand our victims of abuse. It's a psychological thing. It's not easy to walk away, and it creates more enemies than friendships, because you are going to let someone into your home, then you find that she wants to go back to that person, this and that. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it's it's not an easy decision to walk away. But I think it stems from indoctrination. So we need to change the narrative. We really need to change the narrative so that you can understand. If he starts screaming at you, you walk away.
Yeah.
The men must do therapy. Men must understand their childhood traumas. Men must stop thinking that they are above than other people, because it's a lot that I had to go through with this guy. I think in 5 years it was like 500 years, and it was not the whole 5 years. I think it was the last 2 years of the relationship, because 3 years were fine. But the moment I was employed by SAPS, everything changed. He showed me who he really was, you see. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, so another question says, Mom, when Nakho said that you loved him more than her, did you agree with that?
No.
Okay.
But it might look to her like I loved him more than her. No, I don't. Maybe that's how she observed it, but for me, it's not like that. It's not like that. Not unless maybe she can give me examples as to.
No, I think maybe because I do not understand why you kept staying. Like why you kept staying, knowing very well what he was doing. Do you get it?
No. No, it wasn't like that. I think it also comes from this, because I'm saying that the past 3 years were fine.
Yeah.
I've been with this guy for a long time. So it was this last 2 years that I was also struggling to understand about where is all of this coming from, you see. So it wasn't like, I think I love my kids more.
Okay.
But again, Nakho is that person who always wants to. Because even Dad, I think Dad can say, Mom, you love Nakho more than me. You see?
What do you mean who always wants to?
Nakho wants the whole of me, guys. Nakho just wants the whole of me.
How so?
I don't know, Nagiatefa, guys. I don't know whether because she stayed with me for a long time. Even now, you cannot say Dado is around us. Dado is just sitting there minding her own business. But Nakho. She's my child, love child.
Okay, how did you deal with the trauma, and how do you control your triggers if something triggers you? I don't know whether this question is for my mom or it's for me, but I think it's for my mom.
Guys, triggers, that's not an easy one for me, but one thing I like is that I'm aware of my triggers. Even with relationships, people will be like, can I take you out? Can I? Guys, I've been through so much.
You scared?
No, I have kids to look after. No, guys, I cannot. I just can't. I think now I'm overthinking. I'm doing lots of overthinking that it stalls my progress in relationships. I do have my triggers. I cry. I do cry a lot, especially when I'm alone. But because I'm always at the gym, that gym is very therapeutic for me, guys. It really is. It calms me down. So yeah, healing is never final.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any person who's going to say healing is final. These things, even if you're watching TV, you get triggered.
Yeah.
This issue of Namhla, it was a trigger, you see. So it triggers never go away. Never go away. It's just that now you are managing your life for yourself, because you reach a stage where you know now that, you know what, it's my life for me.
Yeah.
It's my life for me. Nobody's going to come into my life and think that they are a priority. That's how it goes.
Okay. Guys, these questions are getting deep.
Hot seat.
Okay, how did mommy cope after you were raped, and how did she handle it? I'm really sorry if this is too deep. It is too deep.
It is too deep. It is too deep. 2010 was hell, guys. We married in February 2010. He passed on in The very same day I hear about the rape, he decided to take a gun and commit suicide.